Hello, everybody, and thank you for stopping by. I want to talk to you today about a couple of things that are hidden dangers behind prepping that a lot of people don't think about. And one is the problem that it causes in relationships. I've seen it happen. I've even seen it on YouTube where I'd be subscribed to somebody, and most of the preppers out there are men, and their wife, they have kids, they'll even talk about it, and then all of a sudden, for 2 or 3 months, you don't see them making any videos at all, and you're thinking to yourself, oh gosh, I hope nothing happened to them, an illness or an accident or something, and then they come back, and you can tell they're extremely depressed because their video, I've even seen some of them tear up, but their wife has left them, and it was all due to the prepping. They got tired of it. They got tired of listening to it. They got tired of seeing the money go to storing and stocking. They got tired of not being able to go on vacations and spend money they wanted and eating out because they basically couldn't afford to prep and have the extras that she was normally or he is normally used to before they started prepping. And so it causes a lot of friction. They don't believe anything is going to happen. They're very, nonchalant about it. Oh, well, things happen, They're just not on boat, on the boat with you, so to speak. And it causes great friction in relationships. And they have no intention of using what you're storing or stocking because more than likely it's not even what they like to eat because they become very accustomed to having what they want to eat, being able to eat out, and when all that goes away, they are going to have serious problems. They really are. But they see the immediate problem, and that is the fact that you're spending a whole lot of money trying to prepare for something they do not believe is going to happen. And that is something that you have to think about. The only solution that I can say in it is don't go overboard. Just take it easy. Do it a little at a time. Just say to them, I'm doing this because the prices keep going up and, we can't really afford to have the prices, go up. Don't be over melodramatic about it. Now, if you've been a prepper all your life, it'd probably be a lot easier because your partner would already be prepared or accustomed, I would say, to what you're doing. I've been a prepper all my life, and my nutter butter, he's used to it. He's used to seeing a few buckets of pinto beans sitting around and white beans and different beans and rice because I've done it all my life for hard times. Job loss, illness, different things that could happen in life. You car breaks down, you got to fix the car, and you don't have money for groceries in the car, but you got something, in the house, you got something to eat, and you don't have to worry about it. So that is a really big danger, and I see it is happening a lot. A lot of people are really sick and tired of listening to the family members talk about, what they think is going to happen. And it's really hard to get somebody on board who does not believe anything is going to happen. They just don't. And so I really can't tell you what to do because each one of you are different. Your spouses are completely different. Your partners are not the same. And I cannot really give you a lot of advice on what you can do. Because, if they're not on board with it, it causes major, major problems in relationships. I've seen some preppers on here, because most preppers on here are men that are doing the videos. And they were married, and then all of a sudden they show up in one of their videos, and they've got another woman who is doing videos, and all of a sudden she's with him, and the wife is out the window. So you're saying, okay, so him and his wife is broke up, and now he's found him somebody else that's a prepper or does videos, and they're hooked up together. That's a real hidden danger because it's one that most people don't think about. They think of all other kinds of things, but they don't think about their personal relationships. They put their kids on YouTube. They put their homes on YouTube. where people can see exactly who they are, where they are, and how much food they have. That's a hidden danger. It's a big hidden danger. I don't know why somebody who thinks the way they think and thinks everything's going to fall apart would do something like that. You're only inviting trouble. I mean, I personally don't keep that much. I keep 6 months, maybe a year supply. That's what we're told to do. You know, that's just, to me, that's just normal. I always have my house stocked so I don't have to worry about running to the grocery store. That's how I try to live my life, is that way. But to put everything out there where the people can see, and then you're really super stockpiling, that's a danger. And a danger I don't think a lot of them are thinking about. And they're putting their children out there in danger at the same time. But I don't think they think about that. Another hidden danger is telling other people. Now, you've got a lot of people that are trying to convince other family members and other people that everything is going to fall apart and they need to be stockpiling. And the people that they're telling really don't believe them. But guess what happened? They just know you have plenty of food. And when the time comes, if it does happen, they will be the first people to show up at your door. It's not going to be the hordes in the beginning. It's going to be the people you've told. Some of you say, I don't care. They're not going to show up at my property and whatever, and I'm not giving them nothing. But they will come back prepared to take it when they or their children get hungry enough. And that was an unnecessary confrontation if you had said nothing. Everybody can look around and see what's going on for themselves and even see their own lifestyle and see the problems that they've had in their life and the times that they've lost jobs or had money problems or whatever it may be, to know that they should put a little away in case something happens. I mean, we've been told by the government, I've seen commercials, it takes 3 gallons of water for one person and you need to store that. So everybody knows. They've been told what to do for an emergency. If they have not done it, you're telling them it's not going to cause them to do it. So you're just asking for more trouble that was not necessary. And I think it's a real hidden danger because a lot of people don't think about it. Okay, now it's you. It's your family that you're trying to protect. Now you can get into conversations with other people and kind of see how they think and what they say, but don't be so willing and so quick to give up the information of what you're doing or what you're doing to protect you and your family against hard times, or even if there's, a collapse or, electricity, whatever it may be that goes out. You got to understand something. We lived in a world not too long ago that had no modern conveniences at all. They had no electricity, no water, no gas, and not even toilets in the house. Now, I remember as a kid going to visit my aunt in Missouri with an outhouse, which was a toilet on the outside. They didn't have it on the inside. And my aunt lived perfectly fine, and she never thought the world was coming to an end. People need to maybe turn off a few things, get an idea of what can happen so that you're better prepared, because there's a lot of things out there that you just didn't think about. Like maybe if you don't have dish pans in your sink, so you can save your rinse water. If you put a dish pan in your sink, what I'm trying to say is, and you have another pan to wash your dishes with, a dish pan in your sink, when you rinse your dishes, you can save that water, and then you can pour it in a bucket and use it to flush your toilets with. Now, you may find out that you may need the water, maybe you think for something that's more precious than maybe flushing your toilet, I don't know. But if you turn everything off, you'll get a really good idea of what you're lacking and what you may end up needing in the end. But, the hype out there that everything's just, going to go south, I don't think anybody knows what's going to go south. If you're a person who has always been a prepper, you're not too worried about it because it's just something you've done most of your life. You already know how to live through hard things. But there's some real danger that's going out there with all the nonsense that people are putting out there. And they're putting themselves in danger and their family in danger in doing that. And it's a hidden danger because they don't think about it. They'll do it and say, well, I'm doing it to help other people. Well, other people can help themselves. We all have brains. We all can think. We can all know. You know, you're not going to convince somebody of something they just don't believe in. They just don't. And the only thing I can say is if you're really, really concerned and your partner's not on board with it, is just do things yourself and not say anything. But don't go overboard. Don't go overboard to the point where they're broke and they really notice there's no money. You know, I really, like I said before, I really can't advise you on that kind of thing. I really can't. Now, I'm sure there's other hidden dangers out there that probably will come to my mind later, and I'll talk about it more. There's a lot of things that I know that no one is talking about out there. They're really not. For instance, what if it gets cold enough and nobody's thinking about it? And this is not even during hard times as far as, you know, everything's gone, everything's collapsed. You have an unusually cold winter and your toilet tank breaks. Your toilet tank, because the water froze in it, and it breaks. But if you put some antifreeze in it, it wouldn't broke. It would not have broken on you. Now you've got the trouble of you have cold winter that for some reason it was so cold, and I know it's happened to people that their actual tank is broken. You know for sure the water is frozen. Well, now they've got to deal with a broken toilet tank and replacing it and paying for a toilet. And they've got frozen water, which one of those could have been solved just by putting antifreeze in their toilet tank. And at least when, you know, the thaw came by, the toilet wouldn't have been broken and they wouldn't have to spend money to replace it. You know, sitting there with the humongous block of ice on the floor. So there's lots of things that I know and that comes to my head that I will get further into. Okay, but I don't want to bombard and overboard people with a whole lot of information and long, long videos that people really don't want to watch. Little information at a time, good information, solves problems and gets you through it. So I hope you enjoy this. I hope you found some of the information helpful, and may you have a blessed day.